In today's lecture, we will discuss the topic Boolean Algebra. First, we will try to know what is Boolean Algebra. Boolean Algebra is used to analyze and simplify the digital circuits. It uses only the binary numbers, that is 0 and 1. So, the variables used in Boolean Algebra can have only two possible values, 0 or 1. This algebra was invented by George Boole in 1854, and hence its name Boolean Algebra after the name of its inventor. There are several rules in Boolean Algebra which we will discuss one by one. The first rule in Boolean Algebra is regarding the representation of the variables or the functions of the variables. In Boolean Algebra, we make use of uppercase letters for representing any variable or functions of variables. Similarly, any single variable or function of several variables can have a value of either 1 or 0 only. The binary digits are used to represent the two levels in the digital logic circuits. A binary 1 represents a high level. Similarly, a binary 0 represents a low level in the Boolean equations. This is in accordance with the positive logic. This is the second rule which we use in Boolean algebra. The third rule is regarding how to represent the complement of a variable. If we want to represent the complement of any variable, then we represent it by a bar symbol. So, the complement of a variable is represented by bar. Similarly, the logical AND function is represented by a dot symbol, and the logical OR function is represented by a plus symbol. Besides this, there are several laws. There are total 6 types of Boolean laws. The first law is the commutative law. So, according to commutative law, if we add two variables, then the following condition must be satisfied. That is, if we add a plus b, then the value should be the same as b plus a. So, if this condition is satisfied, then it is known as the commutative law. Similarly, in multiplication, a dot b will be equal to b dot a. This is the commutative law of multiplication, and this is the commutative law of addition. The second law is the associative law. The associative law in Boolean algebra states that the order in which the logical operations are performed remains the same if the order of addition or the order of multiplication is changed. That is, if we multiply a with b and then we multiplied it with c, then its value will be the same as when b is multiplied by c and then multiplied by a. That is, if we multiply a and b together and then we multiply it with c, then it will give the same value as when b and c are multiplied and first and then multiplied with a. Similarly, in case of addition, a plus b plus c will be the same as a plus b plus c. This law is known as the associative law. The third law is the distributive law. The distributive law states the following condition, that is, a dot b plus c will be equal to a dot b plus a dot c. The fourth law is the AND law. These laws use the AND operation and therefore they are called the AND laws. The first law is, if any variable is multiplied by 0, the value will be 0. That is, a dot 0 will give 0. Second law in AND is that if a variable is multiplied by 1, its value will be equal to the value of the variable. That is, a dot 1 will give a. Similarly, if we multiply a variable by itself, then the value will be equal to the value of that variable. That is, a dot a will be equal to a, and if any variable is multiplied by its complement, then its value will be equal to 0. That is, a dot complement of a will be equal to 0. So this is the AND law. Now the OR law uses the OR operation, and so these laws are called the OR laws. So if a variable is added with 0, the value will be equal to a. That is, a plus 0 will always give a. Similarly, if any variable is added to 1, then its value will be 1. So a plus 1 will be 1. Similarly, if any variable is added to itself, then its value will be equal to the value of the variable. That is, a plus a will be equal to a. Any variable when added to its complement, then its value will be equal to 1. That is, a plus a complement will give the value as 1. This is the OR law. And the sixth law is the inversion law. This law uses the NOT operation. The inversion law states that if we take the double complement of any variable, then its value will be equal to the original variable. That is, a double complement will be equal to a. So these are the various rules and laws which we use in the binary or the Boolean algebra, which is also known as the logical algebra.